around 2012, I had a pretty crappy computer, and my favorite game was Minecraft. So I had a sort of a, I don't know, a specification of what processor and RAM and all that thing that I would like to have to play Minecraft. And this very day, I have it complete for once, finally. So I am just using my father's iPhone to record this in high quality very quickly. But here it is. 6 gigabytes of RAM, a 9800 GT from NVIDIA, and the Core i5 2300. That was my dream computer from 2012, and finally I have it. Now let's have some fun with it. The rest is going to be all gameplay, and after I record this. So enjoy the gameplay, and finally. Oh, by the way, I don't own this video card. I just borrowed it from a friend because he was not using the video card, and I really needed one. So that's it. See you in the gameplays. And so here you are. Let's create a new world called Nostalgia. What about that? Nostalgia. We are also playing in the same version of Minecraft that came around the same time, so that we can have an idea of how it would actually have run in the version that I was going to be playing it. So the game is going to be running at 30 FPS, but I know that the game, you can see the video settings that we are using here. I'm just gonna put max FPS and all that thing. You can see render distance far, graphics fancy, and smooth lighting is on. Now here it is. The game is running sadly at 30 FPS because there's no excuse. We have lots of memory, and we also have lots of processing power due to the Core i5 processor that we have. Actually, the processor is actually just as old as the game is, if you know what I mean. The game is actually a little bit older than the processor itself. Yeah, no excuses. So why don't we make a gameplay, like my dream gameplay of 2012, the way that I would have played this game in 2012 if I had this rig, which is a fantastic rig. Sadly, not for the price, because this architecture, the processor is not cheap, the motherboard is not cheap, the memory is not cheap, nothing is cheap, not even the video card. The video card here, this video card is a pretty old video card. It's from around 2008, and I don't know if this is a high-end, top video card from that time. Actually, it isn't, because later we got the I don't remember. It was the 9800 GTX2 or GX2. I don't remember what the model name was. But that video card was basically like a sandwich of two 9800 GTs together in an SLI. It was just like, okay, imagine like an employee meeting at NVIDIA. How can we improve the performance of our best top-selling 9800 GT? And then someone goes, why don't we make an SLI sandwich of two of these cards to connect on a single PCIe slot? And then the chief said, that's a great idea, dude! Promoted. And that's basically what they done. It's basically two video cards sandwiched together in SLI using one single PCI Express slot, and it was just a beast. And you know what? The architecture was not good enough to actually provide a 2x performance boost from the standard 9800. I believe it was 1.5 times more performance over the default 9800 GT. And that's it. No excuses. And there's some stupid ass guy with some loud car sound. Oh, I hate my neighborhood, and all the dogs are all barking at once, and blah. But okay, since we have basic stuff, let's do basic things like For example, collect stone. And I gotta tell you something from, from the technical side of this video, is that YouTube, well, at least for YouTube, YouTube is forcing people that are going to make gameplays, he, or she, I don't know if YouTube is a male or female, YouTube is forcing new gamers to upload their gameplay videos only in 1080p. Because a few weeks ago, I've done a quality check over YouTube, and their videos in 720p just sucks. I mean, it's when you upload a 720p clip to YouTube, it doesn't even look like the same video that you uploaded, because they apply so much compression that I can't believe it. And there's a funny fact. YouTube, back in 2015 or 2014, they said that they would start to migrate to their new VP9 codec, which 10 seconds take 3 hours to encode in my computer. I just don't know why. But they would migrate to their new codec called VP9, and that was like 150% more efficient than AVC. It was just ridiculous. And they said that the quality of the videos would start to go up, and internet usage would start to go down. And that's actually true. Well, only for the part that the internet usage would go down, because now the videos take like a fraction of the bandwidth that they required to be played previously, and that's something that I actually noticed myself. But the thing is, if you upload a 720p clip to YouTube, it's unbelievably bad. I usually have like a playlist of my test videos, but they are private. I make clips and then I upload these clips to YouTube just to check on the quality, how they actually look. And I think I should start to make that playlist public, because I have a lot of useful tests for people to see how the codecs from Sony Vegas, at least, how they will act under YouTube. Some codecs are actually naturally supported. Something that I actually found it was a bummer is that YouTube does not support H.265 yet. If you try to upload an H.265 clip, YouTube will reject the file. I mean, I don't know why. If they already even support VP9, yes, if you have like 3 years to encode a video, you can encode your own video in VP9 and then upload to YouTube. But I seriously don't recommend you doing that, because it takes a lot of time to encode a video in VP9. Well, at least the cool thing is that VP9 is open source, just like H.264 became some time ago. I don't know. But that's all. There's no real advantage over uploading H.265 videos to YouTube, because first, YouTube does not support H.265 clips. If you try to upload a clip, it will reject the file, and that's all. And second, I don't know if it's my codecs, but to be very, very fair, even if you upload a 720p 60 clip, that's a 720p clip in 60 frames per second, even if you do that, the clips are not going to look good. They don't. It's basically like the same result that you would get in 720p 30, you will have the same result over 720p 60. It's just ridiculous. I hate it. So I don't recommend doing it. I don't recommend encoding videos in VP9, because it's not worth it. The time. I mean, the time. I always like to think about ratios. First, you got the rendering ratio, that is, how much time your encoding software takes to encode your video in your desired codec. That's one thing. Let's say, I don't know, 2 to 1. For example, 1080p clips on my new computer have a 2 to 1 ratio of rendering time. If I have a 1-minute clip, it's going to take 2 minutes to encode. That's basic math. But then, you have the ratio of the upload upload rate. It's like, if you don't have a good internet connection, how much time are you going to take to upload that clip over to YouTube? I have a 2 megabit upload speed and a 15 megabit download speed. Yes, that's very irregular, I know, but that's basically what I can have here. And the ratio is not very good. The ratio is actually, I believe that it was, the ratio was around, I don't remember if it was 4:1 or 5:1. But I believe the last time I checked, it was actually 4:1. That is, I take, for example, a 10 minute clip. I take around 40 minutes to upload. That's it. That's a 4:1 ratio. And that's not very bad, except that the energy bill where I live, well, in my entire country, the energy bill is very, very expensive. And so I can't leave my computer on to upload the video over the night, because that's going to increase the energy bill a lot. Because the video card that I'm using currently to record this video, the 9800 GT, which, by the way, I'll have to return Monday, because it's not mine, it's from a friend, I will be basically without a video card. So these are like 3 or 4 days, and only that I'll have to experience this card for myself for the first time in my life. Because I don't have money to keep buying cards and testing them and all that thing, so I really have to borrow cards or whatever, you know, or find them, or you get the idea. But I rarely buy video cards. I rarely purchase video cards because I don't have money. That's it. So we're just walking around, and there's lots of background noise, and I really do apologize about that, because I don't have a studio and it's 35 degrees while it's 8 p.m. 35 degrees, 8 p.m. How ridiculous is it? So I have to leave my window open, and it's Saturday, and all the kids are playing around, and the dogs are not liking and barking all around. So I really do apologize about the level of noise in this video. But I really cannot do a thing about this. I'm trying not to double deny, because that's a mistake that I usually do very often. I double deny in my dialogues. Like, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Like, it's double denying. You get the idea. But that's it. That's my first experience playing with the 9800 GT. Sorry, because I'm not actually enjoying as much as I could playing with this video card right now whilst I am recording it, because I'm having to record this video in 30 FPS because the video card is still quite weak. I can't record in 60 FPS. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. My first experience with the 9800 GT, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!